Hello and welcome. Today, I will continue my series of videos about different aspects of JWT tokens, and I'll try to explain JWT token best practices in general and related to security aspects. And JWT tokens existence solutions and limitations in details from practical standpoints. Usually, I prefer to prepare my videos based on real situations that I face in my day-to-day practice. And this is one of those cases. Securely managing your secrets is very crucial when working with JWTs. The secret key used to sign the JWT should be protected from unauthorized access. For example, never hard-code the secret in your source code or commit it to version control. Instead, use environment variables or secret management service like AWS Secret Manager, HashiCorp Vault, or any other specific solution to securely store your secrets. If you're using public-private key pairs like RS-256, ensure that your private keys are tightly secured. Rotate your keys periodically to enhance security. Managing token expiration and revocation is very important to secure JWTs. Token expiration should be enforced using the exp client. JWTs should have short lifetimes to minimize the window of opportunity for an attacker if a token is compromised. Once the token expires, the user must authenticate again or use a refresh token to get a new JWT. On top of expiration, revocation is also critical. If you need to revoke a token, for example, if a user logs out or changes their password, you can use blacklisting. This means you made a list of revoked tokens and check the incoming token against this list before accepting it. For better performance, consider using short-lived access tokens and refresh tokens instead of long-lived access tokens that are difficult to revoke. Always use HTTPS to protect JWTs in transit. JWTs are often transmitted over HTTP headers, and if this is done over unsecured connection, the token can be easily be intercepted by an attacker. Ensure your API enforces HTTPS to protect all sensitive data, including JWTs. Where you store your JWTs in another security consideration, local storage is often used to store JWTs, but it's vulnerability to XSS attacks, where an attacker injects malicious scripts into your page. Cookies are another option, but they are susceptible to CSRF attacks, if not handled correctly, of course. To protect against XSS, ensure that you sanitize all user inputs and use Content Security Policies (CSP). For CSRF protection when using cookies, set the same cited attribute on your cookies to ensure that the JWT can only be sent from the same origin. Limiting the permissions of your JWTs is critical for security. Instead of giving the user a JWT with full access, consider scoping tokens to only allow access to the resources necessary for that user. For example, different roles, admin, user, guest, can have different JWTs with each token containing the relevant claims, such as role and access rights. This principle of least privilege minimizes the impact if a token is compromised. JWTs are a great tool, but they also come with their vulnerabilities. One of the most common issues is algorithm manipulation. For example, An attacker may try to change the algorithm from a secure one like RS-256 asymmetric to a less secure one like HS-256 symmetric to bypass signage verification. Always validate that the algorithm used in the JWT machines the expected one and that it hasn't been tampered with. Token tampering is another significant concern. Since a JWT is assigned, an attacker could try to modify the payload and reassign the token with their own key. This is mitigated by ensuring that a secret key is protected, the signage is verified, and that the token is passed through secure channels. To mitigate these vulnerabilities, always verify the algorithm used in the JWT. If you are using RS-256, ensure that you are verifying the JWT signage with the public key, and never use a symmetric algorithm like HS-256 unless absolutely necessary. Use strong, unique keys and avoid using default or easily guessable secrets. Always validate the token's claims, such as its expiration time X and issuer is. Make sure that the tokens are valid, have not been tampered with, and come from a trusted source. While JWTs are great for stateless authentication, one potential drawback is that the size of the token can grow quickly, especially when a lot of data is stored in the payload. JWTs can easily become large if they contain a lot of claims or user data. This could cause performance issues if tokens are included in HTTPS header with every request. To minimize this, only include the most essential claims in the JWT and avoid storing large amount of user data in the payload. I've seen situations where developers discussed adding all user access rights into the JWT token, which can reach 30 kilobytes or even more, if the information is extended uncontrolled. This can affect performance, traffic, and various other metrics, potentially even bringing down an enterprise-level high-demand system if the size of JWT token exceeds the limit for HTTP headers. For example, the default limit for HTTP headers in Apache is 8 kilobytes. In Nginx and Internet Information Server, it ranges between 8 kilobytes and 16 kilobytes. And in Apache Tomcat, it's between 8 kilobyte and 48 kilobytes, etc. Additionally, JWT tokens can be stored in cookies, and the standard limit per cookie is 4 kilobytes. If you attempt to insert information that exceeds the existing limit, part of the data may be cut off, leading to unpredictable behavior in our system. Meanwhile, signing and validation JWTs can come with some computational overhead, especially when using asymmetric encryption like RS-256 to sign the token. When the overhead for validation is minimal for small tokens, this could become a performance bottleneck in higher throughput applications. To mitigate this, consider using HS-256 symmetric signing where performance is critical and asymmetric signing is not necessary. JWTs are stateless, meaning the server doesn't store session information about the user. This simplifies scaling, but also means that managing user sessions can become more challenging. For example, when the token is still valid, there is no easy way to track whether the user has logged out unless you implement refresh tokens and blacklisting strategies. If you find this content helpful, please like and subscribe. Your support helps grow our community and signals to YouTube that this channel provides valuable information. I very appreciate your help in sharing knowledge. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.